Yeah, your boy got 3 disco balls this time. As a young black male in America, I must say that I am a part of statistic when it comes to being a fatherless kid. Many of you already know the story. I was raised by a stepfather for about 5 or 6 years, and then God pulled his plug and called him home. But my real father, I can't really say the same. My mother always told me that he was a good guy, he just never had his shit together. My real father was born with 9 brothers, no sisters, 10 boys in the house with over 90% of them with different daddies. It was so bad that my daddy thought that the man he had grew up with in the house was his real father. Had his last name and all, but come to find out it was never his pops. So he was stuck with the complete stranger's last name. Now fast forward years later, you birthed someone like me, John A. Baker Jr., named after a man who didn't even know his pops. And even though things didn't work out between you and my mother, she said that you wasn't a bad guy. But how can you tell me that? You were never there. After my stepfather passed away, I didn't have any male figure to guide my footsteps. I had to learn on my own, which was very unfair. And I'm pretty sure many of you can relate. I have nothing but the utmost respect for single mothers. And I don't care how many times you hear women say, I can do it alone, my child will be just fine. That's a goddamn lie. Did you know that slave masters used to rape and kill our black fathers right in front of our black families just to psychologically make us feel oppressed to European culture? Well, guess what? It worked, and it's still playing a huge role in today's society. I'm upset because even though I made it throughout the thousands and millions of fatherless individuals, there are still things we can do to help make our world a better place. Our boys are becoming softer nowadays. They are being raised by single mothers with no steady male figure in their lives to help mold them into real soldiers. Real men, real black fathers are dying out. Seems like the world we live in doesn't have a place for them anymore. And since we were brought into a defeated situation, the only way how we can help ourselves is to help our own. And when I say help our own, I don't mean lend money. Anybody can do that. Money don't solve shit. You can't take any of that with you when you die. What I mean by helping our own is to start speaking up. That's the only way how people of color will be able to have a strong family foundation again. So that means stop saying free my nigga to a man that hasn't taken care of his child. We have to stop befriending people who ain't handling theirs. We have to start taking a stand and stop rewarding fatherless men. When it comes to the child, they don't care about whose fault was whose. All they care about was, nigga, were you there? And that's something that black men have a serious problem of upholding. Being there for the child. Let's be for real. Ask yourself this. Am I a real friend? And if the answer is yes, that means you'll let a person know what it is regardless of how they feel. And I feel like if you are really a good friend, then you wouldn't fuck with grown-ass men who don't handle and take care of their kids. I mean, what do you really look like breaking bread and time with your homeboy, but you don't even do the same when it comes to your own blood? Your own seed. That don't even make sense. All these niggas out here saying, I'll die for my nigga. But what about dying for your kids? You never thought about that, huh? We as black people are messed up. We can't even hold hands and join as one anymore because we all hate each other. One thing I know that women hold grudges way more than men. But as of today, I can't even tell you who winning at that. The boys and men are more bitch made because they didn't have any real fathers in their lives to teach them how to ball their fists, fight, shake hands, and walk away. Instead, black boys and men today talk shit over the internet and shoot one another. Look here, the world ain't gonna be shit without real male structure. It ain't hardly that many notable entertainers out here to help uplift. Instead, they're too concerned on teaching you how to pop molly and shoot niggas. And the radio doesn't make it any better. When a black child doesn't have a father figure, who is he gonna get his inspiration from? Streets, radio, TV, or the internet. And from what I've seen lately, there ain't that many black entertainers on any of those platforms that's out here teaching the generation. To all the young people out there who I inspire, especially the ones with no fathers, take this advice from me. Don't just follow the trend. Before you decide to do so, see if the trend holds real values. See if the person who's leading the trend is a real human being. Don't just hop on because it looks appealing. Life is like $1 million contract with a bad bitch. Everything that look good ain't good. The bitch could have AIDS, could be toxic. Follow the people who really stand for something and fuck the rest who really ain't trying to teach you to do so. That's why I don't fuck with every entertainer, because the majority of them don't give a fuck about how you really living. The real issues that affect our community today: having fathers, real men to step up and hold their own tools. To my mothers, there is no man in the world that is going to come close to having a heart-to-heart spiritual touch with your child than a biological father. I don't care what nigga you find outside of him that you think is Superman, regardless of what happened in the relationship and what he did to you. If he is a stable man, do not make it difficult for him to be a part of his kids' lives. I think that's where we fall short as black folks as well. Mothers talking trash about fathers who actually want to be there, but make their lives miserable by holding their own kids hostage. That's not fair for the child. You're being selfish. That type of energy could easily translate back to the child hating their father over something so small because you personally had a problem with him. Don't do that. Give that child a chance to be fathered. And in order for us to progress, we have to stop praising women that say, I'm the father on Father's Day. Wrong. I don't care how much of a father you think you are. You are a mother with a vagina. That shit gotta stop today. You don't see single fathers adopting roles as mothers on Mother's Day. Let these real men be fathers on Father's Day. They already not being acknowledged as it is. Chill out. Let them have it. Don't give these kids one thought of thinking it's okay for a mother to be a father. It's not. That's a man's job only. To all my fellas out there that's handling theirs, I salute you. Happy Father's Day, man. I ain't got nothing but love for you. But to the rest of the dudes out there that's MIA in their kids' lives, I don't fuck with you.
Beautiful college girls all around the world.
A lot of people get salty. And my thing is, and if you really think you that nigga and you really think you can do this, then do it. Do it.
Sophomore don't know what she gon' be.
This is the ADD 52 Samsung event. Check out ADD52.com. SpokenReasons, what's up?